Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to the SOAC/TowerDive Forum. We are on the second arena right now. This is going to be the second game, I believe, in the bracket. So here we go. It's going to have You Are the Future Charity versus Nefarious Ninjas. So here we go.
Yep, Nefarious Ninjas, definitely. Split's a little bit interesting there, Blue. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it there?
So it looks like the red team is sort of going for a cross strategy. This actually is a pretty good move here because what they're trying to do, it looks like they didn't pull it off as well as they could have. But what they look like they tried to do here is sort of delay the blue team from actually getting on the point here. So it's going to give them a little bit of an edge here on this initial fight.
Yeah, I mean, if we take a look at Keep here, there's just a ton of stuff going on down right now. It did look like we did just have supply drop down to try and kind of mitigate some of the damage and give some support. But I can't really tell who dropped that, unfortunately, because everything just kind of went off at once. So I guess we'll kind of wait for the fight to die down just a little bit before we can actually see what's actually going to go on here.
It seems that go ahead.
Most of them have kind of gotten away from Keep. It looks like red team was able to capture it, and looks like blue's going to try and go for the mine now.
Yeah, it looks like blue team's really has to be at a defensive standpoint right now. They're really not in any position to go. They're really just getting pushed into a corner here, unfortunately for them. You Are the Future Charity had a really great opener, and they're really paying the price for that now over here on Ninja.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ninja really trying to take the mine here. If we're looking at Furl Cactus, I believe, or
Kutsu,
if that's how you say his name. He's desperately trying to contest this red point, but unfortunately, there's too many red players for Kutsu to really do much of anything. He is more of a bunker-ish ranger build, so he's going to be able to really kind of take a lot of hits. As you can see, we see him soaking up a lot of damage and doing a lot of dodging and just kind of evading that short bow, just being very, very effective in that manner there.
Now we did just have one of the members of the red team go down. Kaboom went down, but we saw the excellent team play from the red team. They were able to get him up with almost no issues at all. You got to really be there for your team, really be in position and able to get yourselves rezzed up, which they were able to do beautifully there.
Definitely. We're gonna take a look at the engineer for You Are the Future real quick here, and it looks like he's running a toolkit build, which is really interesting. You don't generally see that a lot with engineers.
It's more of a grenade build, but the toolkit is really there for the utility. He's able to pull people back. He's able to give himself a, I believe, 4-second block, which can't be interrupted unless he gets knocked back or some other AOE knockback. So it's a really good utility. His build generally favors grenades though, because he's gone the full 30 points into explosives. So every grenade hit, keep in mind there's like 3 of them per auto attack on the grenades. He's going to throw a stack of vulnerability for each one of those that hits.
Definitely. Take a look at the mine here. We're actually going to go to the view of Cardsi, I believe that's how you say the name. And this is something that we see a lot of elementalists do. Just kind of stick on one point and just stay there and really cause a lot of problems for the enemy players. As you can see, he's doing a lot of damage here to most of the members of the You Are the Future's team here. It looks like blue might actually be able to take this here, but unfortunately red team's going to be coming back up and push him off the point here. And the elemental is going to be forced back once again here. So right now, You Are the Future in complete control of this game. It is 2-point cap, 200 points to less than 100, so about a 100-point lead right now for You Are the Future.
Blue team's really having a lot of trouble just getting positioning down. It's really hard for them. They're going up against a very good team here. Saturconi's team, You Are the Future, has always been known to play really good safe strategies, and it's really working out well for them here. Ninja's just really having a hard time finding a foothold that they can use to get against them.
Most definitely. I really kind of think that right now, blue team is just kind of disoriented at the moment. They're not fighting on points. There's a lot of mid fighting going on, and that's something you definitely do not want to do. Especially in this map in particular, because it's so big.
Yeah, this is another thing as well that I feel that Ninja's lacking at the moment. They really need to get better positioning going down. They're really putting themselves in spots. And we did actually see a knockback here, and unfortunately he does get knocked back there. But Team Ninja's really having a hard time getting themselves in good positions here that they need to go on the offensive, whereas Future really is just splitting them up a lot. And because of that, they're getting stomps off, and they're not able to get reses off on their own team. It's really working out good for You Are the Future right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're just in such complete control of this game. Unfortunately, they are getting both their points contested right now. Dominus, who is the Guardian for the Ninjas is actually going to come on to the key point here and really try and contest it here. Doing some nice job at kind of keeping the opponents locked down with that hammer. And he's going to switch over to his greatsword now, using a lot of really good, just hard-hitting damage with that greatsword. He is running a meditation build, which heals him every time he uses a meditation. So very, very greedy build, as we were talking off air. So as you can see, it's just really keeping him alive, really kind of putting a lot of annoying pressure onto You Are the Future at the keep right now. He is right now facing 2 players. Unfortunately, he is going to get bleeded and stopped down here. This is going to be his death, so we're going to move on over to the mine here. And once again, Ninjas is really trying to take both points back here. Red team did just cap the keep as well, and it looks like we are going to look at Kutsu, I believe.
Kutsu.
Thank you. Okay. Kutsu is, again, just really trying to take this mine from him, doing a good job at just really kind of going everywhere, being really, really annoying. He did just drop his healing well. Going to do some nice regeneration, but unfortunately it was like way kind of out of the point, and he's not going to benefit that from really anything else. We do see the Rock Dog kind of trying to take down the turret there, but unfortunately nothing else is going to happen. Blue, what can Ninjas do to actually come back from this game?
Ninjas really needs to work around looking for backcaps here. We did just see Steb sort of try to work his way around over the middle, but unfortunately Red Team's Guardian, I'm a Pimp, was already on there. It looks like he's going to head over to Henge now, sort of fall back. They're going to try taking their bosses. They can actually use the bosses fairly efficiently to keep themselves in somewhat of a lead, because you got to keep in mind as well that the boss gives buffs. So if they're able to kill both bosses here, they're going to give themselves a 100-point boost to all of their statistics, which is really going to give them not a huge edge, but a pretty good push in these team fights.
And it looks like You're the Future did just take Svanir. It looks like Ninjas is going to take the Chieftain. So that's going to boost their points just a little bit. But they are still almost 200 points behind, and it's not looking good for the Ninjas in this best-of-3 first game.
Yeah. They're really falling behind right now. We do see them finally getting together here. They're really working together now. They're going to move on to this point. I'm a Pimp may not be ready for this. We do have Kaboom waiting over here, though, with grenades. But Ninjas really has a... Ninjas, this is a good move by Ninja now. They're working together. All 5 of them are together, so they may be able to pull off a gank here on Kaboom. Or one of the other members of You Are the Future. Yeah,
I mean, right now, I'm a Pimp doing an excellent job at using his Guardian build quite effectively. You see that Sanctuary going down, just completely blocking out the entire Ninja team onto this keep. They still have keep. It is a 3 cap right now, guys. And they're going to quickly acquire points. Ninjas really needs to do something now. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to really make use of any of the time left. With a 3 cap on any map, it's just you're just going to accumulate points faster and faster and faster. Keep in mind, stomps are also included in that point tally, so all they need to do is just keep those points, or even 2 points, and just kill a couple more of the Ninja team. And we're going to have first game 1 probably going to You Are the Future in just a few moments here.
Yeah, it does look like that. You Are the Future's done an excellent job here at keeping control over Team Ninja. Their strategy worked out very well for them. They had an excellent team composition, and they really... Alright guys, this is going to be Legacy of the Faux Fire, as with every single Guild Wars 2 map. There are 3 capture points. I'm going to be circling them now. We have the waterfall close to the blue base, the graveyard directly in the middle of the map, and the quarry located directly next to the red base. Each of these points, when captured, we're going to give the team 1 point every 2 seconds, and it is capture points. There is a secondary objective, however. We have the Lords, which I am pinging now. They're both located here. If either team kills the enemy team's Lord, they gain 150 points to their score. And keep in mind that it is only to 500, so it's going to make a pretty crucial difference in the game.
Yeah, I know in a couple tournaments we've seen some teams get 350 points and then to rush the Guild Wars to try and end the game quickly. So that's definitely something that can't happen, and teams need to watch out for.
So looking at the splits here, it looks like Red Team's gone with a little bit more of a safety split, and it was a good choice as well, because Blue Team looks like they're going to come in here with a Shadow Refuge. Let me take a look at them, actually. It does look like, though, that unfortunately Dominus was out of the Shadow Refuge. That more than likely was done on purpose, however, and they're going to go in now, try to gank Saturn. He's taking a pretty big amount of damage here, but Dominus is getting low himself. He's already had to use his heal there. He's got 2 meditations left, however.
One thing that the Ninjas are not doing is they really need to fight on point. They're not utilizing the contest of kind of mechanic of Guild Wars 2. If you fight on the point and you start getting the opposing member teams down, it's going to start neutralizing and start going towards your side if you have more members on there. So they really need to fight on the point.
This is the thing though that plays in with their comp though, is that I really don't feel that. I feel that unfortunately because of the way their comp is going right now on Ninja, they're a little bit too squishy to be able to do that. They don't really have a lot of tank. Even their Guardian isn't as tanky as I would like to normally see.
Yeah.
So they really, with the exception of Pharaoh Kutsu, they really don't have anyone that could bunker these points to a good amount in order to have the whole team fight on it like you would normally see.
Yeah, unfortunately. We are going to see the Engineer get very, very low here, but the Elementalist is just going to do a ton of area of effect healing, get him up to half health almost instantly there, so nice job by You Are the Future, really supporting the team. In comes the Elementalist for Team Ninja. He's going to really try and deal some damage here, doing a nice job switching between elements. He's going to pop his Mistform now, kind of distracting the You're the Future to try and focus damage on him rather than his teammate here. But we are seeing Step try and take down one of the other members from the You Are the Future, and unfortunately they are going to get knocked down by Dominus's Wave of Light, which is one of his down states. Unfortunately, the rally is going to happen just before the Mesmer, which is Seder, just before he actually gets up there. And again, he rallies twice in one there. Very, very nice job from You're the Future, just really doing a lot of support, like you said. Unfortunately, the Ninja comp right now is running 2 Thieves, and that's a very, very unpopular comp right now. It really leaves them open for a lot less bunker builds, as you said, and just a lot less support. I mean, even the Guardian itself is very, very DPS heavy.
This is the thing, that comp can work really well, actually. I saw another guild back when I did a scrim last week run 2 Thieves and a HGHNG. That worked amazingly well. The other team literally could not do anything about it. That comp is very strong. The issue is that they're running 2 Thieves, but they don't have a sort of what I would call a scapegoat that they could use as a secondary target. So these Thieves are just going to get pressured because there is no other easier target that they can use as a bait target there. What we saw in the other build I was just discussing. And even their Guardian, like we said, he's really, I would almost go as far to say he's not really a tank, he's more of a DPS hybrid. And it's really hurting their team that they don't really have anyone that can tank this damage as well as any other team could.
No, I would definitely agree. Right now we're actually following Donimus, which is the Guardian we were talking about. He is going to try and rally his teammate here. He almost gets it, almost just in time there. Unfortunately, he does get knocked back with one of the other Guardian's abilities. It was an area of effect target, so he is using one of those trait lines, which is really, really useful, especially to really support the team. So again, Your Future's, the red team's just doing a phenomenal job at supporting each of their points when they need to. Unfortunately, Dominus does get mowed, and he's going to get stuck in the stairs there, dealing a lot of damage from the enemy team there. Not sure if he's going to be able to get away. He does not have any dodges left. He has a ton of conditions on him. He is going to go down there. He does have Wave of Light available if he wants to use it, and I don't believe he's going to. He might just kind of die and sit there. So let's actually go on to the Thief right now. We're actually going to take a look at Aquin, and he is a sword dagger thief. And this is something basically just to keep that energy. I'm sorry, he's using a short bow.
Sword pistol. He's sword pistol short bow actually. Yeah. He changed it out, but from what we were looking at before. But.
And basically he's trying to use the short bow as more of a support there. Nice juke there by Aquin, but unfortunately he's doing a lot of damage there. He does have withdraw for one of his healing abilities, which is very, very unusual for a thief to use, especially since it doesn't really give him a lot of combat advantage because there's no stealth involved. Go ahead.
This is the thing that with it though is that it would be had he been running sword dagger, that withdraw would be a good choice. In fact, every single sword dagger thief runs withdraw now because it just allows them to be that more jumpy and annoying. But this sort of sword pistol build is not the best thing because sword pistol generally relies on using the tactics of stealth to get to your enemy rather than jumping around like a sword dagger thief would.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree with that. And again, we're going to follow Dominus here, and again, he's just dealing a lot of damage. He doesn't have that condition removal that a normal Guardian would, so he just has all those conditions on him constantly. But that meditation build that he does have can keep him up for quite a long time. Unfortunately, he's just getting constantly knocked back by I'm a Pimp. Let's actually take a look at I'm a Pimp right now. He's just constantly bashing the other team, just this way and that. You see, we just saw Sanctuary go down once again, and it's just the red team in complete control of this game once again. It is 330 to 137. That's a 200-point lead there. 9 minutes into this game. Really, all that You Are the Future really has to do is rush the Guild Lord and really kind of win the game right there.
And I don't even think they're going to go that far. They really have a pretty safe position right now. Ninja really, and I'm not trying to bash these teams at all. I'm trying to be as professional as possible. But Ninja really can't do. Ninja has really having a tough time trying to find like a hole to punch through here on You Are the Future. They're really having a tough time. I'm just looking at the Guardians themselves. I'm a Pimp is really just almost running circles around Dominus here because of how offensive. And again, I'm not trying to be offensive in any way, shape, or form here. But Pimp really has that more defensive build. He's a lot more support to offer his team, and Dominus is unfortunately not really pulling out the damage I think he was trying to go for with his build. As the trade-off for the loss of his defense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, kind of following Dominus here, he's going to switch to his hammer and really try and whack at this Ranger. Unfortunately, the Ranger just being such a nuisance right now. The Ranger is level only level. I'm not sure what that name means. Must have some significance there. But he's just doing a wonderful job at keeping Dominus away from him, using that short bow, just constantly going away. His pet is also just dealing a ton of damage. Here comes Churned Earth from one of the Elementalists here, and it looks like he actually cancels it to try and get Dominus down. Dominus does drop a couple of support spells. Here comes the Burning Field from the Elementalist, and that is going to be another stomp there, using that bear banner just to seal the deal on the Dominus death there. So, unfortunately, Red Team, again, 3 capping, and it looks like this is going to be a 2-0 victory for You Are the Future versus Team Nick 20-something Ninjas. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce the name because I don't have it in front of me. But we're just going to
Nefarious Ninjas.
Nefarious Ninjas. And we're just going to call them the Ninjas for now. And I mean, if we take a look at the red team's buffs right now, it's just constant boons all the time.
Yeah.
And the blue team, unfortunately, just has all these conditions everywhere. And again, I really feel that this 2 Thief combo would have been better if the rest of their team really went more support and bunker builds.
Even if they just had an HGH engine instead of, say, like